morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Tuesday morning. Say hello from the kitty cats. Yeah. So we were prepping for one job. Concrete's, I'm pretty sure, set for Friday. It's supposed to be raining right now. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, my son just threw a toy and hit me in the lip. So I have a fat lip, I think. You got me good. Anyway, so we've been prepping for that. It's not raining, so we're gonna try and make the most of it. Have an easier day. You're gonna say that's insane to think it's easy, but we're gonna do some irrigation work in the rain, pop up our canopy. It's a mainline repair. Like I said, Fred and I get every single one in our county, I guess. No one else wants to do them, which is fine, you know. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna get loaded up right now. Fred's on his way, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the job site. What's up, Goose? Supposed to say, what's up, Maverick? Hey, dude, check out my lip.
What'd you do?
Case just threw a monster truck ramp at me.
Damn.
Got me good.
Look at that.
Oh, we got the mobile charger here. No more dead cell phones.
Yeah.
Ask me what we're doing today.
What are we doing today?
We're gonna do a 4-foot water main. This guy, I know it sounds like it's tough, but this guy had a leak over the winter, so they already dug it up. The water company dug it up, and so it's already been dug up, but I don't know what the coupling, when they took the T out, what it looks like or how they've done it. So we're gonna start with that. All right, guys, so I just got a text from Fred. He said that this hole is backfilled 100% with sand and sand only. So that's good because it's easy digging, but it's very tedious because every scoop that you take out, more sand just falls in and in until you can get to the outside of it, which means it's a humongous hole that you end up digging. So I'm heading there with the vac right now. I just got some parts for this. I needed a culvert, I needed our new tap, and a few other things for this job. So I'm about to pull in, so we'll see what he's got once we get there. T-minus 2 minutes. All right, we're here. We got digging Fred, who's not having fun.
I found him right here.
Straight sand. Oh, you already found the tap on the main line?
Blue black.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll hop on out. We'll just suck all the sand out.
Okay.
Should have sent the vac with you, huh?
Sorry, I was just digging. At first, you know what's funny? I came here, I dug out most of like half of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't the right spot, because I looked on my map and it showed me over there. I'm like, fuck. So I put it back in there real quick, and I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be it. So I walked up and looked at the sign and made sure it was right, and it was like, so I dug it out again.
So you dug this hole twice?
Yeah, I was just being safe, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I didn't want to fuck it up.
That would have sucked to dig up the wrong person's yard.
Yeah, but I came here and had those.
Definitely done that before. Yeah. At least you never, I dumped a triax load of dirt at the wrong place before. Yeah. That was a doozy. All right, so Fred, we had it about cleaned out, and the hole actually caved in. It's kind of common if there's a big leak like this. You know, erosion just happens really rapidly. So all of that just caved in and brought all that dirt in, so we're digging that out now. It's a doozy in the rain. All right, guys, so Fred got it all dug out, and so you know, if you do this repair or have someone do it, they bill you for 2 guys. It's because one person needs to stay in the hole. If you keep going in and out, you'll be there forever. So second thing is, here's our new tap, our new tee, and these right here are the reinforcing inserts that go into the pipe. So if you look down here, you'll see right there and right there, I think, on the camera, there's two bulges in the pipe. Those are two couplings that the water company put in to reconnect this gentleman's water so he could have water. What you do is you cut that, you shove these in there. If you don't shove these in here, this is the #1 reason that a brand new irrigation system will be having a main line leak. It won't be bad, but it'll just be a constant drip and or a soggy spot, and you'll call us and Fred will have to come and get chest deep in your yard. But if you want to see Fred,
call me.
Well, actually, call me and I'll send Fred to your house.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut this out, get our inserts in, and get a new tap on. It's all sucked out. We're doing the best we can to keep the sand out. This gentleman has already had a plumbing company out here to clean out his spigots, aerators in his sinks. So we're gonna do the best we can to keep it clean. So that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, so my memory card filled up. Wipe this dirt off the camera because we're hard working men in these conditions. But so we took that coupling off. Now we have both of our reinforcing sleeves in here on each side, and Fred's gonna go ahead and put both of those in there on our tee, and we'll go ahead and start tightening it up. This is a compression fitting, so one hose will go into this side, one hose will go into this side, and then you tighten these up. Once you have that tight, then you tighten these bolts up, and that will clamp kind of like an extra reinforcement on the pipe, basically for those reinforcing sleeves into the your water line. And you only need these on this flexible stuff. If you have copper, you don't need these reinforcing sleeves. I call them sleeves. Whatever you want to call them, but it keeps the pipe from collapsing, especially if there's back pressure. All right, so we got our tee on. Fred's gonna go ahead and tighten it down, and he's already got a hand tight, that way he can get his threads lined up. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. You want to make sure your tee is, well, pointing whatever direction you need that tee. It kind of sucks if you're trying to go vertical and you have that thing upside down. Oh man. All right, so while Fred's getting that tightened up, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this fitting sanded, and that way it's really easy to just glue, prime glue, and you know, we're on our way. And that's just another reason why 2 men on this job is just so important. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. All right, so we're going in with our 1-inch male thread, sanded already. Teflon tape on here, make sure you spin it down like Kane Brown, and put it on there, tighten it up, and then go on your way here. So here you go, Fred.
Tape's already on there?
Yep, tape's already on there. Come on, man.
What's that?
Dude, it's me. This is a really important step here, is to put this on by hand and make sure the threads are lined up. Sometimes with these PVC fittings, now PVC is good, but sometimes the injection mold process, it just doesn't work out right, and the threads are a little different, a little off, maybe the brass is a little off, and you can really cross thread it and tear the threads up, and then you have a leak. So just taking your time with the threads is very important. The other thing is, when you glue this on, make sure you don't have your cap on, or you'll regret it if you get any glue on there. So what I should have said on camera is, when you're putting these in, the easiest way to make sure you get it right is to excuse me, to spin this one full turn backwards, like lefty loosey, and then turn it to the right. That way it can catch the threads. That'll help prevent your cross threading. And then Fred's gonna put, you know, a few turns on that sucker so we don't have any leaks down yonder. And now we're gonna tighten up our collars now that we have our threaded fitting in there. You do want that threaded fitting to be tight, so don't just hand tighten that, you know, give it a few good turns, but you also don't want to break the plastic. And then ours has these locking collars on here, so 3/8 ratchet is what this is, and you want to get those fairly tight too, but you just don't want to collapse your supports in there, so you just kind of want them snug, and then maybe you know, half, 3/4 of a turn past that. All right, so just handed Fred the fittings. He's gonna go ahead and prime them up and glue it together. We've already sanded. I use these Scotch-Brite pads because even when they're wet, sandpaper just doesn't quite do much. But these, you know, they're meant for like a sink, so they do a pretty good job even when it's wet. In this line of work, you're wet a lot. So, all right, guys. So Fred's gonna put that pipe in there. We glued and primed it. He's gonna put it in and then give it just a 1/4 of a turn. No more, no less. There you go. And then he will wipe his glue down there and hold for about 30 seconds. And this pipe will be set. We probably will have to do some adjustments because it's a little crooked on our T, but it looks like we have a little bit of play, so shouldn't be much of an issue. So now we'll reconnect between A to B, ball valve, T, and fitting of your choice. I like these, they're cheap, threaded fitting. This is our blowout access to winterize the system. So that's what we're gonna do now. All right, cut our pipe. Got our ball valve here all sanded up. Glue and primer, so we can put this on here, and we can at least turn the water on to the property. This glue is nice. Some of these glues say that it's a quick set in 20 minutes. I'm trying to find here. But I'll tell you firsthand experience that they're not, but this glue is. You can do repair side by side with standard glue versus that stuff, and you give that 20-30 minutes, you've gone, leave, forget about it. The other stuff you probably blow apart. So go ahead and prime her on up and throw her on, throw her on, throw her on. All right, so Fred brought up a good point. When you're doing these ball valves, there's a rubber seal in here. That's how you shut it off. If you get glue and primer on there, it can eat that rubber. They'll say they're chemical resistant all day long, but I'm telling you, you put glue and primer on there, it might be enough, and it might be tearing it or something, but it will affect the sealing. You have a slow leak, and your system can actually fill over the course of the winter. Had that happen with a customer this year, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and just wet coat our primer, and then we'll go ahead and glue this ball valve on. All right, guys, so on a coupling, I prime both sides when I do it. Why? Because it's guaranteed to get glue when you glue it onto whatever it is you're putting it on. When I do my pipe, if it's in the ground on a repair, I always dab the top, let it drip, and I spend most of my time on the bottom that I can't see, so that I know I get a good prime. And when I glue, I wet glue. So I'll take my primer and I'll get it wet a little, and I'll wet it like that. And this would normally be dry and I'd re-wet it just a little before I glue it on. Glue in there, make sure I got good coverage, and like I said, go around and around and make sure you get your bottom really good.
Put your fitting on. Give it a quarter turn. And hold. I'm gonna put my glue back and answer my phone apparently because it's ringing again.
Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do it all. It's gonna be a lot of priming and gluing all at once. Prime your end. Fred's gonna be priming down there on his pipe. And I prime mine. We'll prime here at this coupling. And then we put it all together. Like I said, we double prime. That way you know you got a good prime. Always start at the top so it can drip down, and it goes pretty smooth and good. So prime this. I'm gonna prime my coupling here real fast. Like I said, I already primed that coupling once, knowing that it's gonna be kind of like this. So here's the glue for Fred's side. I'm gonna get on my stomach here and get my stuff going. Glue there. Oh, I messed up. I glued this, but I forgot to glue this into the prime and glue this one. So I gotta hustle. If you get into one of these situations, you can kind of hit your glue with some primer to slow it down, but we're still okay. And I'm gonna shove that into Fred, and he's gonna put that on that pipe. Got it on there, Fred?
Yep.
Push it down. Is it on?
Yep.
Okay. Shove it to me now. Keep it to me.
Yep.
Okay, and we're gonna hold that spot. We dry fitted this already, so that is our reconnection. So that's that. We'll go ahead and put another piece on top. I got 6% battery, so I'm going to show you once the system's fired up. We will wait 20 minutes, at least probably more like 30, since the temperatures are not 70 degrees. Then we'll just turn this system on. I'll show you guys the system running and repaired. All right, guys. So culvert's in. We're gonna hold the culvert as high as it'll go on that notch that we made, and that way, when someone comes along with a lawnmower, because you know they have an HOA, and guys that work for larger companies mowing especially, they don't care, they don't know. So that way when they come and drive over it, we have plenty of room to go down, plenty of room to squish. We're not on that pipe. But I'm gonna go ahead and backfill, get a base set for the bottom of our culvert, and then yeah, I went ahead and threw this pipe in there so we don't get any sand in in here. Go ahead and shut our ball valve, make sure it works, and after that it's backfill, and then just turn the system on.
What is that? What's that say? What's that do?
Say don't subscribe.
Like and subscribe?
Yeah.
Stand over here.
Ow.
Now tell me. What does that say?
Say don't subscribe.
Show me hold that up. What is that?
Don't subscribe. See you turn on.
Yeah, just go back by the dump truck and say it one more time.
Say don't subscribe.
One more time. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. See you turn on.
Yeah, it's on right now.
Becca, don't put that one.
Oh! You tackled me. He's 3D. Yeah.